Kia ora, g'day, welcome back once again. Here this time with a reaction to the intake Army Recruits episode 1. So this is a 7-part series from what I understand of the basic training here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. So shout out to MySoap23, I think it was, who sent through this reaction request. And yeah, I don't know how many years ago this was, but it's definitely in the 2000s, so much more recent than my basic training, which was back in 1996, I think. Basic 295 anyway was when I did basic training, so I don't know what number this is, but keen to have a look and maybe a little bit of a trip down memory lane in regards to basic training being conducted in Waiuru. So if you're here for this, let's jump on in.
Mai te tupua, mai te tawhito, mai te kahui o ngā riki, mai tawiwi kia tū matauenga.
Each year a new intake of Army recruits arrive to complete their basic training. They have just 16 weeks to prove they have what it takes. They'll be pushed to the limit as they transition from civilian to soldier. And not everyone will make it. Day 1, and the staff of the Army Depot await the arrival of 107 recruits from across New Zealand. The recruits are aged from 17 to 39, with 19 women and 88 men.
Wow, 17 to 39. That's a big age. I don't recall ever having anybody that old during my basic training anyway.
As they get off the bus, everything here at the Army Depot is done with a sense of urgency. It suddenly sinks in what they've got themselves into. They'll be feeling the pressure, they'll be questioning, have they made the right decision? A lot of them are just out of school. You know, this time a month ago, they were at school, and here they are in a military base learning how to be soldiers.
Right, team, come in this way, follow me. Form up. Let's right shoulder to shoulder.
Do you have a point to raise?
No, I thought my name was cool.
Okay, first and foremost, welcome to Waiuru Military Camp. Okay, you're about to become a member of the New Zealand Defence Force, and as such will be subjected to the Armed Force Discipline Act. Your staff? Yes, staff. Recruits and staff are not to accept each other as virtual friends or bloody Facebook.
This fella styling with his earrings in there. Let's see you later to those, mate.
Or Snapchat or whatever the hell you guys do now. Yeah. Don't get caught or don't even think about it. We're clear on that? Yes, sir. We don't actually own you yet, okay? Until Thursday, till you sign that dotted line.
Recruit Chanel Watton is just 17 years old. It's her first time living away from home, and her family has high expectations.
My dad was quite upset when I left because I'm the youngest in the family, so me leaving the household is quite difficult for them to lose their last child. My great-grandfather won a VC, so it's quite recognised in our family that the army is quite high up and serious, and so my nana's quite proud of me for coming here. And
wow, her granddad earned and won a VC. That's, man, there's some history there.
my family's like, yeah, taking after our family history. So it's quite exciting. Like, I have something to push for, but it's also quite intimidating.
Grab your PT kit or your equivalent, shorts, t-shirt, running shoes, go in there, get changed, and come back out here for your test. Ready, let's go, let's boys move with a sense of urgency. So every time you get something, just move at double top speed. So when we get back to our barracks today, we're going to have to move really quick time, quick as we can. Let's go, quick.
For 19-year-old Te Wehi Tawhaiti, being accepted into the New Zealand Army was something he'd always dreamed of.
I felt like I had achieved something, like huge. This is the biggest thing of my life so far. Me, first person in my family to go to the army, so it was a big step for me. When I was getting on the bus, Nan cried. They didn't want me to get on, but yeah, she told me, you're not going to war. So I kind of have to. Nan's louder than anyone here, but scary to some people. And I love her for that, you know, she taught me well.
3, 2, 1, run.
For the next 16 weeks, each recruit will be subject to a barrage of tests. First up is a drug test conducted by the military police. If they fail, they're straight back on the bus home.
Testing for 6 substances: amphetamine, MOP, BZOs or benzodiazepines, methamphetamine, coconoids, and THC, cannabis. That's a pass. Were you going to tip it? Were you on it?
It was a bit hard trying to shake it out of me. No illicit drugs, but Wellington and the club could be a bit like I was kind of smoking weed or shit around the club, so maybe you might have inhaled it.
And do you own a razor? Make sure you use it. Okay, people that have stubble on their face are hipsters and lazy people. I don't want to know your first name. We're not BBFs, we're not best friends forever. What's your surname? What's your family name? Lou. Lou. Right, Lou. Yep. Stop, yep, it's yes, Corporal.
Yes, Corporal.
Don't look at me. So we all come from different backgrounds, is that fair to say?
Yes, it is. Right,
so in this organisation, we need to work together, right, and work and make sure that we work and sing off the same page. And that's why we use drill.
On the way! Quick! March! Up! Height! Up! Height! Up! Height! Up! Height! Up! Height!
Holy heck. I wish, just looking at the goon marching that was happening there, is a goon marching, same hand, same arm going forward instead of alternating. Should be stepping off with the left foot as the instructor's calling out, but they're out of time. They're goon marching. I'm just going to go back a little bit. It always makes me laugh anyway, as silly as it might seem, when I see people step off and they goon march. It's a hard case because just you look real unco.
And that's why we use drill.
On the way! Quick! March! Up! Height! Up! Height! Up! Height! Up! Height! Up! Height! Ah!
You're walking as a group, which we refer to as marching. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
There's one person lifting his legs up even higher. Oh man, hard case. But it'd be good, once they get to the end, I've no doubt. I might have even done that when I was on basic training, goon marching that is. But it would have been, it's cool how they film these. I wonder if they probably don't film every year. But it's nice that they've gone and done a documentary like this to see what basic training is like, at least these days anyway. Hard case.
The 107 recruits are now part of Casino Company and are separated into platoons called Hinton, Narimu and Elliot. Each recruit is assigned a room with 7 others for the duration of their basic training.
Dunshire, Fisher, Dower, Korefa, Crozier, Moore, Bennett and Sanson. When the NCO or platoon commander says corridor, so you drop what you're doing, run to the corridor. So it's got to be louder than that, eh? So corridor. Corridor. Good. That's the standard, or louder. So
every platoon has their own corporals, a second lieutenant and a sergeant, who all bring their own unique style with them.
See, for you don't know me, I'm Sergeant Penny. A bit about myself, been in the armed forces for about coming on 12 years. I joined up as a bullback 19-year-old, standing where you are in September 2006. There's 3 things.
I signed up as a ball bag 19-year-old standing where you are. Crack up. What year did he say?
I joined up as a bullback 19-year-old, standing where you are in September 2006. There's 3 things that I really do not like is lying, thieves. Yeah, just because I'm black doesn't mean I am one. And the last one is bullying. See, I don't like bullies. If you want to be one, by all means, come into my office and we'll have a talk about it. A friendly chat with you on the floor, probably. Jokes, I wouldn't do that to you, but the camera's on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grey blankets, 2 sheets, pillowcase pillow and a counterpane. So make sure it's down the centre of the bed. Questions?
For 19-year-old Hannah Wainahu, joining the army has taken her away from the harsh realities of being unemployed.
On the benefit, I had a specific amount of money and I didn't want to go to my mother to ask for money because, you know, I'm an independent woman. Yeah, and with that small amount of money, I had to sacrifice, you know, a small portion for food, a small portion for rent. Yeah, it was pretty hard. Mum cried when I left under her shades. I knew she'll be proud of me, but yeah, she's my heart.
Not too bad, ladies, so far. Keep it up.
Interesting, eh? Beautiful, just the different stories that everybody has going into and all their reasons for joining the military. I'm just looking at the kit, like the overalls that they're getting, the orange bands. I'm not sure what the orange bands are for. Maybe that's for their platoon or whatever. But the corridors, like those barracks, they look really nice and renovated from when I was in. They were these, you had the wooden corridor and then you had the concrete corridor, and it seemed like, not that I'd ever been in a prison, but they seemed and felt like what I thought, what I imagined in my head a prison might look like, or feel like. They're definitely olden day compared to what I'm seeing there, those corridors, and that look quite modern. The rooms look nicer and modern, and everybody being issued some overalls is interesting. We definitely didn't have that when I was in.
We're having a feed of this for like 16 weeks.
This is all.
It is, and that's why you're making one each. And also, you have to sleep in both sheets. Yeah, there's a sheet and a sheet. You sleep in between the two. If you choose not to and you're feeling a bit itchy, well, sad one. Cry me a river. If you do feel a bit sick in the morning, yeah, we have a thing called a sick parade, and that's where we take you sick people and we take you to the doctor. Yeah, talk about your hurt feelings, and then we'll come back and we'll sort it out from there. Yeah, you probably get a Panadol or a hardened up pill. So the concrete one, eh? Is it concrete? Yeah, concrete one, concrete pill.
Thank you.
Been a very long day. Looking forward to having a sleep. Not looking forward to waking up at 6 a.m. But I suppose that's what we signed up for.
The horriest bed and sheets I've ever seen.
See you in the morning. It's putting the future soldiers to bed.
Well, that's interesting. During my time, there was it looks like maybe they've got all the females in one room, but in the same, looks like the same barrack block. I might be wrong. But during my time was all the males, like we had females in our platoon, but the females had their own barrack block, for want of a better term. If anything, they probably had more work to do, to be fair, because they'd have to get from their barrack block, do all their normal stuff, and then get to their platoon, where all the vast majority were males in the army at that time, at least when I come through. So then they'd have to run over. I think we might have had, I don't know, 4, 5, maybe 6 maximum females in the platoon that I was in. The rest of us were males. 3 sections, so the females are sort of split up amongst the 3 sections. But here it looks like they're in the same barrack block, but they're in the same. They're maybe all the females, those ones there that I'm looking at, or the names on the board. Maybe those are all the females in the one room. Got a lock on the outside of the door. Keep those boys out of there.
.30 in the corridor, don't be late. We're ready, let's get up.
So they were obviously very bit shocked coming into the army environment or the barrack environment. Yeah, so we've taught them just for the morning and night routine, but now they've got to do it.
They'd either let mum do it or just put the blankets straight on top of it, just to hide the sheets.
20 minutes, men.
So I'm in the shower, washing my, put the conditioner on the floor, look down, the conditioner's gone, it's in the drain, and I can't find it.
While Elliot struggled to wake, Hinton
Those are some ugly looking bedrolls.
platoon, who share the same barracks, are already lined up and ready to leave for breakfast. As the first 2 platoons arrive at the mess, Elliot are still conducting a bed inspection.
We got this one over here. It's a bit of a train smash. what it trains me.
Holy heck. Monkey see, monkey do, man. I'm sure they never walked in or saw a bedroll demonstrated like that. Far out. That is hideous. There'll be some extra duties for that, surely.
So basically we're waiting for Sergeant Pennyhouse platoon just there. Our timing at the moment was 6:30. Currently 06:45 at the moment. Sergeant Pennyhouse never been one for timings. You can tell, Māori fella, quite dark complexion, and doesn't really like to stick to his timings. Obviously the two other platoons are here, and we do maintain to the rules, the timings, HR. HR being go time. If you're not there, ready for HR, you're in trouble. Sergeant Pennyhouse.
Finally, Pennyhouse platoon arrives, and everyone can eat.
I don't know how everyone else is getting cereal inside. For me,
I got some scrambled eggs, baked beans, bacon, and mushroom.
Throughout the 16 weeks, physical fitness is a core element of basic training. If a recruit doesn't pass a series of tests, they won't be able to graduate.
Push, push. You got this. Push, push, push.
Sorry, bro. I shouldn't be laughing at the mask you're pulling there, but as hard case, I'm sure no doubt your friends and your whānau have probably already called you out about it or made fun of you. But that's effort. Effort right there, bro. Good for you.
Yeah. Let's go, mister. Get up there. That's the one.
2, 3, 78, 79. Continuous motion, your last warning. Lock up, lock up. At the TFIT here, just talking to him. 79, man, standard. If he's in the military with us, then you don't see many guys getting over 60, 70 and stuff.
Duffy.
That's wicked, that fella. 79. I would have given him that 80 on the last one in the end there and basic.
47.
47, good.
Thank you.
Let's go!
Talia Duffy is originally from Australia. At 23 years old, she is older than most female recruits, and she has a romantic connection to the army.
My partner's in the army, so she gave me a lot of tips for joining and stuff, so she didn't want me to join. She's very protective, I guess. She didn't want me to go through what she went through, but still very supportive at the same time.
So at the moment, I'll just show you the doing, okay?
Leaving, that was emotional. With my partner, she didn't really like to touch me or anything because she was going to cry, and then I would have cried. Sorry. Yeah, it was just real emotional. It's hard to say goodbye, but you got to do it, get it done, and then yeah.
Remember, team, maximal effort. Stand by. 3, 2, 1, go!
As part of their basic training, all recruits have to complete a 2.4 kilometre run. Male recruits have to do this in under 10 minutes 30, and the women, 12 minutes 20.
Sorry. I'm spending more time laughing than what I am reacting to. But as part of, I'm just laughing at the fella here on my left, on the left of the screen in the white t-shirt and his facials and that running style and technique.
Training, all recruits have to complete a 2.4 kilometre run. Male recruits have to do this in under 10 minutes 30, and the women, 12 minutes 20.
10:01, 10:04, 10:05, 10:07.
Oh, 10:40, which is a minute slower than my last time. I think I ate too much breakfast.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wainohu. Yeah.
Wainohu, yeah.
11:52.
Despite being supported by the staff, recruit Duffy has failed the run.
So I really struggle with running. So my main goal was just to keep trying and to not stop and to show the instructors that I wouldn't stop. I'm definitely one of the least fit ones, especially in my platoon, but it can only go up from here.
Right,
The Army has identified 4 distinct emotional phases the recruits will have to go through during their first month of basic training.
Forming, storming, norming and performing. So right now we're still in the forming stage really. So we're still getting together as a team, finding out what everyone's strengths and weaknesses are.
Right, ta! After the forming comes the storming.
About the 2nd or 3rd week is when a lot of arguments start happening, a lot of personality clashes and whatnot. People are starting to get really tired. And then after that, they start performing.
Sizing them up for their shirts and their trousers and their jackets. And then we get the length of their trousers. It's my fault if they get it wrong. But they do lose weight and that's not my fault.
The kupu I'm giving you is in combat jacket, fleece. Those fellas down there will say Mokalana. Yeah, no, don't use their kupus. When we see the new recruits come in, literally half of them are scared. And part of our job is to uffie them as well, you know, just to try and say to them, hey, this is just a process, enjoy it while you're in here.
When I first came here, pretty nervous, didn't know what to expect. It was pretty intimidating, but once you get into it, hour by hour, it was getting easier and easier.
Look how much they're worth, bro. They have like $50 pretty much.
I think I got a really big head. I know, I'm the bum.
We're just waiting for our undies now. Nah, okay.
Met heaps of new brothers, heaps of new friends. Gonna be together for the next 16 weeks. Possibly friends for life, you know?
Once the uniform goes on, there's a huge sense of pride.
Oh, yeah, it's too bad.
It's perfect.
Yeah, not bad.
3 days of basic training has given the recruits a taste of Army life.
Look at that drill. So much better already in such a short period of time, but they're getting inundated with lots of that forming up, marching, lots of drill to and from the mess, wherever it is that they go in and around camp. So it's pretty cool to see how quickly things click into gear for them. Awesome.
Not to forget for 2 hours worth of drill.
But before they sign on the dotted line, they have to consider what it means to leave behind the freedom of civilian life.
You're not an individual. Look at the people next to you. Look them in the eyes. Yeah, these are now your comrades. And your personal comfort and needs from this moment on this course, become subservient to that person next to you.
We're trying to take a civilian just out of school and we're trying to turn them into soldiers to go on operations in some dangerous places around the world. So there's no beating around the bush when it comes to meeting the standard that we want.
So right now you have that decision to change your lives forever and to really install the Ngāti Tumatawenga and that warrior ethos.
That's the one. Sergeant Major Muschamp. I remember him from battalion when I was in. I can't remember which company he was in, but I recognised his face as soon as I seen him side on. But I'd forgotten his name. But yeah, I see it. Yeah, I think I saw him at the battalion birthday earlier this year. It was good to see him. I didn't get to catch up with him. I never knew him well in battalion. I just recognised his face. But it's cool. Interesting. It's cool to see a face that I recognise anyway. I didn't necessarily know him very well, like to hang out with or talk to, but I knew who he was in battalion.
That we strive in the New Zealand Defence Force.
He was a corporal back then. Corporal Muschamp.
Enjoy it. Because it's a fucking trip of a lifetime.
It doesn't have water, it's not going to do anything. Yeah? Steam is what makes the ironing work.
It's day 3 and the recruits are still settling into the barracks, learning the basic skills of life they may have missed growing up.
Bro, why isn't it doing those steams? I paid $129 for this. There's no steam coming up.
Many have sacrificed a lot to be here. As one of the fittest, it wasn't the physical side recruit to fighties struggle with.
Trying to scrape up some money to make enough to get what was on my gear list. Had to even ask off Nan, and she's struggling as well, so I made it here. Happy for that.
What do you want? I don't even know if it's staying here.
We only had one at home, so I had to go to the second-hand store. I wonder why it was $2.50.
Each recruit is allowed to bring one photo with them.
So that's a photo of my sister and I. She passed away at 16 years old. I was only 7 at that time. She's a paraplegic. She is really bossy. She wouldn't kick my ass. If she had legs that will work, she'll kick my ass. It's a huge honour, all right? Yeah, carrying the mana of my whānau.
That's it.
Recruit Kiriona has brought along his girlfriend.
Yeah, I miss her. I don't think I miss her as much as she misses me, is because like we're doing so much throughout the day from 6 till 10 o'clock that there isn't really much room to think. You're sort of not thinking and just doing what the instructors tell you what to do. I'll stop checking out my missus.
Recruits are not just tested physically. Throughout the 16 weeks, they'll be put through a number of stressful situations to see how they'll react in battle and under fire.
See those 3 words on the wall? Are you going to be fit to fight? Is anybody scared of this stuff? Sweet. It's like
They must be doing the high wires, or I think for whatever reason I've got the fearless fly or something like that, of what they called it, something like that in my time anyway at the Wairu gym. It's basically a whole bunch of different obstacles, high wires, internal inside the Wairu gym itself. I thought it was awesome. We didn't get to do everything, but we got to do some parts of it because there's so many platoons on basic training that we didn't all get to do every activity, every high wire activity.
okay to be afraid. There's nothing wrong with being afraid. What scared does is it raises all your sensory, makes you stay alert and focused.
Keep going across, cuz. We're going almost to the middle.
Do it there, just do it there.
I don't want to do it.
You can.
Come on.
You keep your feet on the log.
My hand was actually like that. Thank God for that.
Oh, wait.
I just love the kind of click that we have. Some of us all just get each other. Yeah, it's cool. Like we can joke around, but we know when to be serious.
It's the night before the recruits are test and officially join the army. They're allowed to use their phones for the first time. It's a final chance to talk to family and friends before deciding whether or not they want to stay.
That's one thing. It was really awesome to hear from our kids, the 2 that joined the army, when they would get an opportunity. I also thought it was pretty surprising too at how frequently, how often they got to use their phone to call. But I was grateful for it. It was awesome as a parent anyway. I remember there was, on basic training, there was one hard landline in the corridor. It was in the concrete corridor from memory. And you had to get permission to use the phone if you were allowed to, but it was few and far between in terms of using the phone. I think I just used it to call my mum maybe a couple of times on basic training to let her know when the march out was, and maybe once or twice just to catch up. But other than that, that was about it. And they were real short time frames. I think we might have got 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes maximum each, just because there's so many people in the platoon, 30 plus people in the platoon. We had at the time 2 platoons in one sort of building block area sharing the one phone. So, probably about 5 minutes maximum. I don't know that we would have got 10 minutes to make a call home when we did.
We're attesting tomorrow, so I think that means we're pretty much signing our lives away to the Queen. So.
Well, because we haven't signed the thing yet, our name in the bottom line.
It's better writing letters so I can stay calm. Yeah, I look at everyone and they're calling their parents, but yeah, I just got to stay strong, man.
I was so lonely. I legit didn't have a phone because I lost my phone the Friday at a party before I came. I guess it's karma for partying before I came. I'm reading the Bible right now.
But not all the recruits are coping. Some are having last-minute doubts.
Oh, some of the girls were just saying stuff to me. I was freaking out because I'm small blonde girl, can't really stick up for myself as much because I'm little and they're all big and tall and strong, and it is quite difficult. Like, I know I have the support, but having like my actual mum there would be quite different.
And that phone call can be enough to often say, no, I don't want to do this anymore. And that can really trigger that real want to go home.
Lots of people have said I won't be able to do it. So I'm trying to prove everyone that I can do it and I'm strong enough and have enough in me to get through it. Mum gave me no option. I rang her and she said, no, you got no option. You either test or you, like, there's pretty much no other option.
Winnie Turner. Watson.
I think it's only fair that they get a chance to talk to their family and friends before they really make that decision. And once they sign tomorrow, that's it, they're attested to the Queen, so they're now soldiers.
Anyone found hiding electronics in your room will be charged.
Man, pretty interesting. I wish I could remember everything from my basic training. I can't, but I don't recall it being a few days before we did the attestation and all that sort of stuff. I'm pretty sure it happened day one once we got in, and filling out the paperwork, raising the right hand and doing all of that sort of stuff, swearing allegiance, etc. So yeah, a few days later down the track, I don't recall making any phone call before signing the dotted line. It seems like such a blur. I wish I could remember it all. But yeah, it's interesting just seeing this and the amount of time that's taken in between before they get to that stage. Fair enough though. And I think I saw it's basic 388. So not even like however many years later, I don't know how many years ago this one was. But mine was 295, so this is 388. Man.
As day breaks, the recruits march as one to the Wairau Army Museum to attest to Queen and country. They all pledge to give their utmost, blood, sweat and tears to their new family as soldiers of the New Zealand Army. If anyone has any lingering doubts, this is their last moment to pull out.
So behind you, you'll see a green stone wall, as referred to as Roimata Pounamu. The water flowing down represents the families of those who have gone before and the tears they shared when their loved ones departed for the service in faraway lands.
As Wainahu attests, the significance of what she is signing up for hits her.
It was very emotional for me, putting my hand up and saying, I am here from Ngāraru ki tahi Ngāti Kahungunu, signing off my life on behalf of my whānau.
Signing the dotted line, it's pretty huge. Well, that's pretty much like the first step for me, I guess. Like, I'm proud as hell. Like, you know, this is big for anyone. Like, not even someone just of my age. When you come here, there's a lot of mana from everyone. Been here for nearly a whole week now.
The fella went to hongi the other fella and then he just went past. He hongied the next fella behind him. Okay, so this is cool, man. It's heartwarming to see how much it means to some of them anyway that have shown some emotion. It's pretty cool. I don't remember having any emotion when I was I think everything seemed like such a blur. It just seemed like part of the process and raise your hand attestation and sign the paperwork and then it's like we were bundled out and off onto the next thing.
And we've learned a lot. More than what I did last year at school, I guess. Holy, this is actually happening. Yeah, it's pretty big.
After attesting, the recruits are welcomed onto the Army's marae, named after the Maori god of war, Ngāti Tūmatawenga.
Well, I kind of have a mindset like the olden days. You know how one person or two family members went off to war on behalf of their family? I don't want my family to go, I'll go.
Tākina ki te kawatapu kia tū mātauenga. Taiahaha! Taiahaha! Ko tū te wini wini, ko tū te wana wana. Ko tū te mauri tū, ko tū te mauri oho. Ko tū te wahamu. Ko tū mātauenga kia ita! Ita! Taiahaha! Taiahaha!
Welcome to the family of Ngāti Tūmatoenga. Regardless of your race or religion, Ngāti Tūmatoenga is your tribe and this marae is your home. Get to know us. Get to know your tribe.
Kainga whakarunga! Yeah! Kamu! Torona kei wako! Kei wako!
I recognise that fella right there. Penne, I think is his surname. Recognise him from Battalion 2. The guy centre of the screen. The big solid fella.
Tunga ope tutoa! Tunga tuenga!
E ki ana te kōrero, o tahi te kōhā o te ngira, e kuhunātu ai te miro mā, te miro whero me te miro pango. I te rangi nei, ko tuia tahi tia rāta, kia kotahi.
Coming up next week.
We're pushed to our limits, but you can't complain about it because you get pulled out of basic training.
20 boys gone, he's turning into soldier team.
It's a hard case. Capturing him, I think they said, pretty boy's gone, he's turning into a soldier now. I remember that part, the haircuts happened early as well. We just marched down the end of the corridor into the platoon, is it the platoon sergeant's office? Platoon sergeant or platoon commander's office? It might have been the platoon sergeant's office. And then we sat on a chair and then they just gave us the number 3 all over, I think it was at the time. Number 2 or number 3 anyway. And just shaved off all the hair. Hard case. Anyway, thanks again at MySoap23 for sending through the recommendation. That's part 1 down. I'll look to do these in one chunk because they seem like they're about 25 minutes, 26 minutes each, even though it's taken me a little under 40 minutes to get through. But I enjoyed that. Lots more I could have shared, but I tried to let the video play a bit more than what I normally do in the past. But there's definitely a lot of feelings and thoughts and memories coming back as I watch these young people go through their basic training. Just, super proud to see them go through and very, very cool to hear some of their stories and the personal challenges and stuff that they're going through as well, that they're navigating their way through in terms of the career and the choice that they've made. So anyway, if you made it this far, thank you again for your time and support as always. Much appreciated. And with that being said, as always, the message is the same, eh? Any challenges, difficulties, hard times, trials that you may be going through, just encourage you to keep turning up, keep staying in the fight, put one foot in front of the other and take one day at a time. Just know and trust that things can do and will get better. Just have to persevere and want those things to get better, or want your situation and circumstances to get better. And I know through experience that the sun will shine again, that there is a light at the end of that tunnel. So anyway, as always, go always a little further. Remember, who dares wins and who cares wins. And until the next video, there's a big mana wave coming from me to you, filled with my aroha, respect, appreciation and gratitude for you all.